Hello and welcome to the Kobrand section of the May 2015 wine department notes. April was a big month for Kobrand. We had a lot of items on their top deal. They come off deal, most of them for a month. And there were also a number of permanent price increases. So there'll have been a big buy-in at the end of April, and it looks like May has fewer opportunities, but there are still important things for us to try and perform against for Kobrand. One of the most important things is Benziger. We do most of our Benziger business during the periods of the year when we have the big rip, which is usually 2 times a year, and the big rip is in place for the month of May. The rip is 250 on 10. It runs through May, and usually it comes back again in the fall. So it'll be important for you to be sure to go back to your customers that support Benziger and let them know that May is the month for them to buy and cover their needs for the summer. In 2015, we pulled apart the St. Francis portfolio. We've got the Sonomas on one side and Splash on the other, so they're no longer assorting in a rip. And May is the month that we have Splash back on rip. April was when we had the Sonomas on their big rip, and that'll be a 30-day buy-in. But Splash is right now. So you've got a rip of $80 on 4 cases of Splash. It's an easy buy. Make sure that your customers are aware of it and that you get Splash into your accounts. Now, for those of you that are a little older like I am, you'll remember when St. Francis was a cult producer and was best known for its Reserve Merlot and Reserve Zinfandel and Reserve Cabernet, which were typically the top darlings of the media. A number of years ago, they stopped selling the reserves through the distributor channels and were only selling them out of the tasting room and direct to consumer. With the 2012 vintage, the reserves have all gone back into the distributor network, and it couldn't be a better vintage for that purpose. We have these wines in stock now, and May is an excellent month for you to give some attention to them and get them into distribution because of a number of factors. We've got a profitability factor. There's a rip of $50 on only 1 case, and you've got the media factor. These wines have all got terrific scores. The 2012 Reserve Merlot got 89 points from Robert Parker in the Wine Advocate. The 2012 Reserve Zinfandel got 93 points from Robert Parker in the Wine Advocate. And the 2012 Reserve Cabernet got 94 plus points in Robert Parker's Wine Advocate. So make sure that you take full advantage of this time, perhaps a little bit of downtime for you with the big hitters in the Kobrand portfolio, and get these types into distribution into your best wine shops and restaurants. And also take an opportunity this month to give focus to the on-premise programming for Cakebread. Now you've got target lists of on-premise accounts where Cakebread types have not been sold, and you can earn extra program dollars for getting new points of distribution into these accounts. There's 2 different tiers. You can earn for every placement into 1 tier of on-premise account, which you can get your target list from your sales manager, and the higher tier where you can earn even more money is Zagat rated accounts. They're highly motivated to get their product into Zagat, and they know from national statistics that when these wines are placed in the right kind of accounts, they tend to turn at a very, very high rate. And for you, selling Cakebread has significant value in that it's a relatively high-priced item, so you earn significant commission dollars whenever you sell Cakebread. And Cakebread also behaves like an exclusive. When you place it in a restaurant, that restaurant will have a tendency to come back and buy the Cakebread wines again from you. So you should feel very, very confident about getting that business. Make sure that you get a copy of your target list and are working to get the most possible bonuses and long-term benefit and bang for your buck and your effort as you're presenting the Cakebread wines. And the last remark I want to make about Kobrand is that we have 3 energetic people living and working in New Jersey that are here to help us all do the best that we can. There's Matthew Nice working North Jersey. You've got Bill Bruno working South Jersey, and our state manager manager, our own comrade, Paul Castillo, working in the entire state. We all know Paul from previous supplier positions as well as from being on our team as a field sales manager. They're all motivated to help us win. So make sure that you call somebody from Kobrand and get them involved in some of your key account business. Thank you for listening to the Kobrand section of the May 2015 Wine Notes.